That's Laura. She is so beautiful. It was love at first sight for Jonathan when he first moved here to Winslow. In a way, Laura has been the solace in Jonathan's life. After his parents passed away, and he had to move into his Uncle Joseph's house. But Jonathan has yet to confess his love for her. For months now, he has been working for Mr. Jenkins, delivering newspapers and saving every quarter he made. And finally, he's been able to save up $10 whole, with which Jonathan has been planning to buy a gift for Laura. I told you, Mama, Johnny's been stealing from you. Jonathan, how dare you? I knew this boy was no good the moment your father took him in. No, Aunt Patrice, I didn't steal. I worked for it. I've been saving it for months. Lies. Is this what your mother taught you? Ungrateful child of an ungrateful woman. Mama, take it all away. Punish him. No, you can't do that. Watch me. This is how Jonathan's life at home has become. Though his uncle has been kind to take his responsibility, his aunt and cousin can't bear his presence. How's everything been going with Timothy and Jonathan? Don't ask. Ever since this boy has moved in, he's been nothing but trouble. Stealing, fighting with Timothy. What? He needs to be disciplined. Discipline? He doesn't listen to a thing. You know something? Why don't you send him off to Blackwell Academy? I hear the Headmistress Tabitha Keller straightens even the worst of kids. And you'd get rid of him from home. Blackwell Academy? But who's going to pay for it? At Blackwell, the students pay for themselves. For a portion of the day, every student has to work as they study. Jonathan, it's getting late. Get on the bus. And without a say, off Jonathan was to boarding school. Word was, Blackwell Academy was one of the strictest schools in the country. Rules were to be maintained, and there were no exceptions to them. Every morning, straight at 5 a.m., not a minute before or a minute later, all students were to be up and ready for the day. At 5:15, students were to dine in the main hall. How was everyone eating this? 5:30, students were in their classrooms for their morning studies. And strictly at 9 a.m., everyone was required to attend the sermon and practice for the choir led by Headmistress Tabitha. Good morning, Mr. Williams. Jonathan suddenly came to his senses, realizing he had fallen asleep. He looked at Headmistress Tabitha and quickly straightened up. "Oh, I'm so sorry, Miss Tabitha. I understand you're new to Blackwell Academy, Mr. Williams. But let me remind you once more, there is no room for apologies here. There is no room for apologies here. You reap what you sow. If you do wrong, you must be punished. Meet me in my office after class, Mr. Williams." Jonathan let out a breath of relief as Miss Tabitha lifted her haunting gaze from him and continued the class. Afterwards, as told, Jonathan visited her office. "Come in." Jonathan entered Miss Tabitha's office. "Mr. Williams, you've arrived 30 seconds late. Being punctual, proper etiquette and manners doesn't seem to be of habit for you." "I'll try better next time, Miss Tabitha." "Yes, of course you will. I will make sure of that." Miss Tabitha got up and went to the corner of the room by a tall wardrobe. "You must enter, and you may not leave till I say so." As Miss Tabitha opened the wardrobe, Jonathan froze, seeing there were pins along the sides. He slowly stepped in. There was no room for him to move, but to stay in perfect straight posture. "I'll see you soon, Mr. Williams." As Miss Tabitha locked the wardrobe, Jonathan suddenly began to feel uneasy. He couldn't move in the least bit. He watched in horror as Miss Tabitha turned off the lights and left the office. It was a long night of pain, torture, and suffocation for Jonathan. Until finally, he heard the keys to the room open once more. As the wardrobe opened, he fell out to his knees, gasping for breath. "Stand straight, Mr. Williams. I hope from today on, it won't happen again." "Yes, Miss Tabitha." From that one torturous night, Jonathan came to realize the severity of his situation here. He suddenly understood why everyone was the way they were. They didn't have a choice. And now Jonathan didn't have a choice. After the daily routine at Blackwell, Jonathan was assigned to his work shift, mopping the east wing of the building. The only moments of relief the students got was the 2 hours after work from 4 to 6 before they were strictly required to be in bed. Every evening, Jonathan would walk out to the gardens a bit far into the estate. The Blackwell Academy was surrounded by woods, practically in the middle of nowhere. Walking for a while, Jonathan suddenly realized he had strayed off a bit far than he should. But as he was to head back, he stepped on something hard. What is this? Moving aside the leaves, Jonathan discovered what seemed to be a closed well. He was startled to hear a knock from below. Jonathan slowly pushed the wooden plank aside. It was a deep, dark hole. As he tried to look inside, he heard something. Is someone down there? Can you hear me? Said a girl's voice. Yes, I can. How did you get down there? Are you all right? Please help me. I can't see anything. I'm trapped down here. Please help me out. As Jonathan looked around to find some way to get down there, he suddenly heard one of the mistresses in the distance. Who's out there? There's someone coming. I have to go. Please, don't leave me here. Don't worry, I'll come back for you. Without a choice, Jonathan closed the well and hurried back. What were you doing out here? Nothing, mistress. I was walking and I lost my way. Don't stray far out into these woods again. Returning to the dormitories, Jonathan felt a sense of anxiety and stress. All he could think about was the girl in the well. He had to help her. But how? The next day, Jonathan snuck a rope from the janitor's closet and waited for the day to end and everyone to go to bed. Moments into the lights going out, and the first rounds around the dormitory were made by the teachers. Jonathan snuck out and made his way to the well. Are you there? Yes, I was waiting for you. I got a rope. down into the well in the light of the lantern. Jonathan realized her voice was coming from behind a door. What happened to you? How did you get locked here? I wasn't perfect. When Blackwell Academy was first opened, it was run by Headmaster Harold Morris. Headmaster Morris was a kind and compassionate man. He was never strict and truly cared for his students. I'm sorry, Miss Tabitha. I wasn't able to complete my homework. Very well. You know the consequences of disobedience. What is going on? Tabitha, leave the poor boy. He's a spoiled child who must be disciplined, Master Morris. Not like this. You aren't disciplining them, you're torturing them. Master Morris always cared for the welfare of the students. But it was one night, Master Morris mysteriously passed away, leaving the schools in the hands of Tabitha. Now, as headmistress, Tabitha ran the school as she wished. She didn't tolerate the least of mistakes or excuses, and bound the school by a strict set of rules. And anyone who broke them suffered the consequences. Marabel was one of the brightest students at Blackwell Academy. She was the lead in the choir and excelled in all her studies. But there was a secret she was hiding. Tabitha made it a law that no students could be involved in relationships. But Marabel had fallen in love with Arnold, and the two kept their relationship a secret. But then, Marabel discovered she was pregnant. Marabel didn't know what to do. As she began to show, she tried hiding her pregnancy. But things were not to remain hidden. Tabitha was furious when she found out. Whose child is this? She didn't leave Marabel a choice but to speak the truth. What do you think your parents will say when they find out their daughter is a... Please, Miss Tabitha, don't tell them. I'll leave from here. I'll never come back. No, girls like you need to learn their lesson. Tabitha had Arnold expelled from the school. But as for Marabel, she locked her up in the school confinement to suffer. Learning the truth, Jonathan was horrified. We have to get you out of here. Jonathan took out his multi-tool and began breaking around one of the wooden planks on the door. It's not allowed to keep a knife in the academy, I know. With much struggle, Jonathan was able to break the door and helped Marabel out. Thank you. But if we leave out of the well, we'll be caught. I know the way. I discovered a tunnel in this well. I tried escaping many times, but it's so dark I had to return. But I know there's an opening. It leads out to an opening of a cave. I can hear the sound of water. A creek is nearby. This way. Marabel and Jonathan walked a distance until suddenly she stopped. I forgot something. What? You go this way. I'll meet up with you. Take the lantern. It's okay. I'll find my way. Jonathan kept going until finally he reached the opening of the cave. Exhausted, he sat down, waiting for Marabel. But hours passed by, and Marabel didn't come. It was few hours to morning. Jonathan decided to return to the academy. What are you doing out here again? I... Get inside. There was an announcement. Headmistress Tabitha has passed away. She slipped down the stairs. What? Suspecting Jonathan had tried to run, Tabitha hurried to find him. Marabel? No, it can't be. Tabitha was found dead in a horrible state of fright. No one knows what happened to her, what scared her so much. No one except for Jonathan. Marabel. It was almost 10 years ago when Tabitha had locked Marabel into confinement. But finding a way out, Marabel escaped through the tunnel that led out to an opening of a cave. But she couldn't make it due to her poor health condition. To this day, everyone thought Marabel had been missing, including her parents. Everyone blamed Arnold, but even Arnold didn't know. Jonathan informed the staff of her remains. Finally, Marabel could rest in peace. As for Blackwell Academy, with the death of Headmistress Tabitha, the academy was closed. And Jonathan was on his way back home.
Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.